What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we are going to be doing another one of the videos in my team where we go over the best players at each tier at a specific position. And in this video it is going to be the power forward position, lads. So we're going to be talking about the top power forward at Sapphire, Ruby, Amethyst, Diamond, what counts, Amethyst, Pink, Diamond, and Galaxy Opal. Before we get on to it, you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We're trying to hit 275k by NBA 2K21 or 22, sorry. But yeah, now we are going to get on to it. So the primary power forward position is a lot better than the primary small forward, I will say that. Even these low tier cards, there's some pretty good ones. So we got most of the low tier cards. In terms of emeralds, I mean, if you do need to use, like, even like gold and emeralds, like if you need to use a gold, where's the position power forward? I mean, Roko's not a bad one to use. Bobby Portis isn't a half bad one to use either. If you're looking for gold, if you somehow need a silver, I have no idea. Maybe Kamigale, or just use the GOAT Dean Wade. If you need an emerald, it's probably one of these two guys. Probably either Jeff Green or Jared Jeffries. I would probably go Jeff Green or maybe Myers Leonard. But yeah, now we're on to Sapphire, and there's one clear winner in Sapphire. Steve Novak. Steve Novak's good. I don't care what anyone says. You can use Steve Novak. Like, you're not going to have much success, but you can use him. Like, look at these badges. Hot Blinders, Clamps, Interceptor, Intimidator, Gold Range, Quick First Step, 6'10", not good in the post, but he's got a 95-3, even an 80 driving dunk. He's got a good behind the back. I think it's Pro 6. He's got an 86 ball handle. Not great, but not horrendous defense. Rebounding is woeful. Definitely playing with the 3. Dude's got 25 offensive rebound. But good or solid for a Sapphire. Species ball acceleration, 84 lateral. Is he like usable in any way right now in a competitive setting? No. Is he usable if you're like just looking to run like a theme squad, to run like a 2013 Knicks squad, if you have like a Tyson Chandler and you have Melo and I don't know, J.R. Smith, and you want to run just a throwback squad? Is he usable in that scenario? Of course. But yeah, he's by far the best Sapphire power forward. Ruby power forwards, there's not really much. There are a few okay ones, but for me, the standout is Thaddeus Young. The standout for Ruby power forwards is without question Thaddeus Young. So, Thaddeus Young is a solid card. Like, when you hear about people playing in any sort of like salary cap tournaments, most people would end up running Thaddeus Young. As far as Rubies go, KPJ is probably the best. I'm trying to think, Thaddeus Young could be number 2, to be honest. Unless you want to put David Wesley at number 2, because man, David Wesley's insane. But 28 or 48 gold badges, 1 half badge. I think he comes a bit less than that because I did put handles for days. No, I didn't put handles for days, I'm sorry. He's got gold clamps, gold interceptor, gold showtime. He's got gold range. He's got base 98, gold blinder / steady. He's also got gold quick first step. He needs handles for days. That's the one badge he needs, because like he curry slide base or Wade base on quick. He's got solid post hook and fadeaway. But like, look at these stats. Passing IQ and passing accuracy are the only stats under 80. And he's got about 3 stats under 85. Like, if this was a card in NBA 2K17, we'd be looking at one, or even 18, we'd be looking at one of the best cards in the game, which is scary. Like, if this was 17 or 18, we would be looking at a card that people would use in endgame. That is how much this game has evolved. But Thaddeus Young, like, again, the guy came out in March, 88 3 ball. He's still usable. And again, he's one of those cards where if later on in the year, if I'm doing like certain squad builders, if I'm doing drafts, he's going to be a fantastic, fantastic player in those type of scenarios. Is he a game-breaking card? No. Is he going to make anyone's top team, including my own? Obviously not. Is he a usable card in most settings in my team? Yeah. Actually, in SPMM Unlimited, I don't know, but I mean, pre-SPMM Unlimited, he would have been usable. And that's the problem, is that every Unlimited game you play is going to be against a sweat right now, which is why I don't play the game mode. Okay, so now we're going to look at the Amethyst. And there are not that many great Amethyst power forwards. Like, I was looking through, I have most of them here. Like, my initial thought was, I was like, will I go with Sekou Doumbouya? Will I go for Crocier? Like, these were the first two that I was like, maybe I'll pick these guys. But I mean, Derrick Jones Jr. is better. Not much, but he is that little bit better. Like, he's 6'6", 9 half badges, including Showtime. He's got half quick first step as well. Gold clamps, gold range extender. He can curry 23 golds. And like, you compare that to, say, an Austin Crocier, who I do really like, and I thought for his time he was fantastic. Yes, Austin Crocier's got half range and 50 golds, but I don't know. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to go Crocier. I'm going to go Crocier instead. Again, Crocier's got every key gold badge. 3 inches taller. He's got a really good mid-range and 3-ball. Good, decent driving dunk, good ball handle, mediocre defense. Good speed, 2-ball and acceleration, and decent lateral quickness. And you can actually play him at the power forward, whereas Derrick Jones Jr. is too small to play there. So yeah, I'm going to go with Austin Crocier. I was a huge fan of this card when he came out. He came out the same day as Felipe Lopez. And I was well and truly like, I was so high on those cards at the time. And I'm still quite high on Crocier. I still think, because he came out, he was like 1.1k. I'm pretty sure, like, at some stage. And for that price, like, the guy's a steal. Well, I would say he's a steal, but like, you can get diamonds for like 30k now. You can get pink diamond, good pink diamonds for like 5k. So yeah, he's not really steal anymore, but he was at the time. You better believe he was steal at the time, because he's got Draymond release. He's like mini Draymond. I will say Derrick Jones Jr. is probably better at small forward position, but you can't really play him at power forward as you can for Crocier. I know a lot of people would say Doumbouya, but I just prefer Crocier, and it's close. So yeah, that is it for Amethyst. For Diamonds, there are a couple. The new card that came out today, Jaden McDaniels, is pretty good. But for me, it's LaMelo. There's just something about this LaMelo. It's the movement. That's the only way I can just discuss. That's the only word I can use. The movement. He just feels good. Like 25 halves, 32 golds. Half clamps, interceptor, intimidator, range extender, handles for days, quick for a step, unpluckable, floor general, volume shooter, as well as heart crusher, showtime as well. He's got clutch defender, which is a good badge. Also 85 post, like 85 post fadeaway, solid but not spectacular. An 85 driving dunk, 93 ball, 94 ball handle. But like, look at his defense stats. Like, he's unbelievable on defense. 94 speed, 2-ball and acceleration. Yeah, he's a little bit small to run the power forward at 6'7". But I mean, they gave him elite interior defense and great rebounding. So it's not like he's that small. Like, people have no bother using a 6'8" player power forward. And he's ridiculous in triple threat online. Like, he's still a more than usable primary ball handler in the TTO game mode. The card is fantastic. To this day, like, I still think he's one of the most underrated players in the game. And I'm telling you, like, if 2K made a copy and paste of this card and made him point guard, and he was a 98 overall, this card would be over 100k. And this card's like 6k. And again, considering the main mode I play is TTO, he's still a god. LaMelo Ball's a god. Was one of the best cards. Like, he came out well over a month ago at this stage. I'm trying to think, like, that was kind of the last time my team was relevant. That was the biggest weekend. The weekend, it was week before Melo, and it was when 2K killed my team the 9th of April. So he came out basically 6 weeks ago, and still incredible. That was the weekend before 2K killed my team, though. It really was. That was the weekend before 2K killed my team. But then we have got Alexei Pokusevski for the pink diamond. Again, there's a few pink diamonds. Like, Roko's in the conversation. Roko is definitely in the conversation. Miles Bridges is good, but I don't think he's in the conversation. I think Diaz maybe in the conversation. Badier. If you're on next gen, Badier's in the conversation. But for me, it's Alexei Pokusevski. definitely Pokashevsky. Like 99, 7 foot tall, 33 hops. He's got every key hop badge. Like, dude's a 7-footer. If you're on next gen, he's a curry sliding 7-footer with hop clamps, intimidator, interceptor, showtime, circus threes, or deep threes, which is range extender. He's got handles for days as well, tight handles, sniper, which is flexible on current gen. So he's got all the key badges at least on gold. He's got 91 3 balls, good post game. He's got 90 driving dunk, 86 ball handle, really decent defense, decent rebounding, great speed ball and acceleration for a big man, and 88 lateral quickness. And you can play him a small forward as well, which is huge. Without doubt for me, Alexei Pokashevsky is the number one. Like, again, there are a couple of good players at that tier, but for me, Pokashevsky's number one. Then at the power forward position, there's a lot of good players. There are a lot of good players. Sorry, at the power forward, at the Galaxy Opal tier. So I'm just gonna see if I can see a few of these here. So like Rudy's really good. Sadiq Bey is really good. Kuzma obviously very nice. AK is really good. Rui Hachimura, Paul Millsap, heck, even Jonathan Isaac, who I'm very much want to put in an honorable mention, because my number 1A and 1B you can't get anymore. And like there's a 1A, 1B, 1C. Jonathan Isaac is the best auctionable. And the other two guys that I have here, you cannot get them anymore. So I really want to put in an alternative. But Jonathan Isaac is the best auctionable. Again, the guy's got every single badge. Yeah, you got to put Showtime on him. You can't buy it anymore, but a lot of them come up with Showtime. If you're on current gen, Curry sliding on next gen, his movement's incredible. He's got a great 3-ball, great dunk, great, unbelievable defense. Like, again, with this shoe, basically 99 all defense. And then, obviously, unbelievable speed as well, and 6'11". Absolute god tier card. But my number one, like, it's hard because Jonathan Isaac's so good, and then these two guys exist as well. So we got next gen and current gen. Kukoc better next gen, Ferry better on current gen. I think it's very close on next gen between Ferry and Kukoc, and a lot of people I know prefer Ferry. I think Kukoc is better because Ray Allen base, but I don't think there's even a debate. Ferry's better on current gen, so overall I would say Ferry, but Kukoc is a god on next gen. Ray Allen base, which is one of the best releases in the game, probably the second best after Dante Exum. 93 3-ball, 93 mid, 85 driving dunk, 86 ball handle, great block, steal, perimeter defense, and interior defense, insane speed, 2-ball acceleration, and great lateral quickness. Danny Ferry, 6'10 as well. Again, better stats, basically perfect stats. And they both have every single Hall of Fame badge. That's key. So it's a really tough one because you can't get either of Ferry or Kukoc anymore. But at least if you don't want to put those two guys on the list, there's Jonathan Isaac, who's god tier as well. So, and then we're on to Dark Matter. Funnily enough, I will say I think those three guys are two of those guys on next gen. Actually, no, there's one Dark Matter that's standout. There's one Dark Matter standout. I was about to say, I was like, look, all those guys, Thon Maker, they're all really close. Like, there are so many cards you can debate. Like, you could debate anything. You can debate that Thon Maker is better than Jonathan Isaac. You can debate Isaac's better than Thon. You can debate Thon over any of those guys. But for me, as much as I hate to say it, like, as great as Thon is, like, in terms of best value, it's Isaac, no question about it. Like, if you have a Kukoc and you have Ferry and stuff, I would just get Isaac and Bowl and play them to a power forward. Like, I would do that in a heartbeat over paying some of the MT for these guys. But Kevin Garnett's the best, unfortunately. 99 every stat. Hall of Fame badges everywhere, like 62 of them. And the reason why I say unfortunately is that, like, I would love it if, to be fair though, it's only a matter of time until we get a better, some guys that are better. Like, again, a 99 overall Bowl is going to be better than that Kevin Garnett, which is a good sign. Trying to think of other cards that will be better than that Kevin Garnett. I mean, you could argue in certain situations Thon's better. Like, you can definitely argue him in a one, but there's so many good power forwards in the game. It's the most stacked position. The fact is that, like, when I make it, like, I'll be probably starting on maybe the 21st, maybe my top 10 in each position. The fact is that Bosch is not going to be top 10. The fact that Kevin Garnett, Blake Griffin, Zion, none of those guys are going to be top 10 just shows how stacked this position is. But yeah, that is it. That is the video. So Sapphire, Steve Novak. Ruby, Thad Young. Amethyst, Austin Crocier. Diamond, LaMelo Ball. Pink Diamond, Alexei Pokashevsky. Galaxy, Opal. If you're looking auctionable, it's Jonathan Isaac, Next Gen, Kukoc. Current Gen, Ferry. Overall, probably Ferry. And then at Dark Matter, I'm going to go with Kevin Garnett in a tight win over Thonmaker. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.